here alongside your hips. Pressing the hands down and lifting up through the chest, head over heart still, heart over pelvis. Firm through the legs, lifting those toes up towards the face. Take another breath in our staff pose. And then we'll bend the left knee and bring it up under the right and over to the right hip. And then take the right foot on the other side of the left knee. And then we'll grab a hold of the left knee or right knee here with the left hand. And then swim the right fingertips back behind you. Coming into a twist. Looking over that right shoulder, dropping the top of the shoulders down. And if it's comfortable for you, you can bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee and try that. Or you can just keep hold of it with the left hand. And you can practice, test those out, see which twist feels better. I'll take another breath here. Lifting up through the spine, through the crown of the head with every inhale. With every exhale, twisting and relaxing into the twist a little bit more. And then an exhale brings you back to center. And from here, we're going to shift that right heel back towards the left hip. So shift a little in space here. So we're guiding the knees on top of each other into a cow face pose. So we have the knees kind of stacked, both heels over to the side. And you can rest the hands here on the feet, or you can bring the palms to touch and press the palms actively together, drawing those elbows out wide, and then drawing the shoulder blades together. And we'll breathe into this, letting that right hip fall down and relax here, letting the tops of the shoulders be relaxed and staying firm through the abs so we can feel that low back lengthening again. Low back reaching downward. And on an inhale, we lift up through the chest. And on an exhale, we'll fall forward, dropping the hands down in front of us, coming into a little forward bend to wherever you're comfortable here. And when you get comfortable, then you can drop the head down too. I'll take a few breaths. Inhaling into the belly. Resting into the hips. Noticing any sensations that come up here and just allowing them. If you feel any zinging or pinching or tightness, you can back up a little bit. Yoga should never be painful. On an inhale, we'll come all the way back up. And then we'll bring both feet out back in front of us again, back to our staff pose for just a moment. Bringing both feet up, the hands alongside, pressing down with the hands and lifting the toes up towards the face. Reaching up through the crown of the head, tall. And then on an exhale, we'll bring the right heel under the left, bringing it up along that left hip. And then we'll take this left foot to the outside of the right knee. And then we'll inhale, get tall, get long, and then exhale, we twist over to the left, swimming the left fingertips behind you. And you can stay grabbing a hold of this right knee, or you can take the left knee with the right hand, or you can take the right elbow to the outside here of that left knee, lifting up through the fingertips, dropping down through the shoulders as we twist. Inhale, get longer and taller through the spine, and exhale, sink shoulders down, into the twist. And one more breath in our twist. We inhale, get tall and get long. Exhale, relax through the shoulders into our twist. Take another breath. And then an exhale brings us back to center. And then we'll slowly begin to glide that left heel a little bit more back towards the right hip, stacking our knees on top of each other, wherever they are on this side, into our cow face pose on this side. We'll take a breath and get tall and get long again. We can press the palms together, dropping the shoulders down. Breathing into that left hip and observing, again, any sensations that come up. Noticing we should feel a nice long stretch through the side and not any pain. Finding that place where we're getting the stretch that we need without pushing to the point of hurting. And then we'll relax through the hands and let the hands come down as we start to bend forward, rounding forward, coming into a little forward bend. We'll move really slowly here again, being very mindful with the knees, with the hips, and then slowly begin to round forward and dropping the head down last. Breathing into the belly. And exhale, we allow ourselves to sink down into the stretch. Take one more breath on this side. And then on an inhale, we'll press ourselves back up. And then we'll bring the feet back out forward again. Long in front of us for a moment in our staff pose, bringing the hands down alongside the hips again, pressing down into the hands, lifting up with the feet, lifting up through the crown of the head, drawing those shoulder blades together. Then on an exhale, we'll bring the feet in, coming into an easy seated pose, one leg in front of the other. And we'll bring the hands to the knees. And we'll take a few breaths here, letting the shoulders drop down away from the ears, but staying lifted through the chest and lifted through the abs. Coming into the breath. Feeling as the breath lifts your rib cage. And then we'll slowly make our way to the longer edge of the mat so that we can come all the way back down onto the back. We'll let ourselves roll down onto the back, leaving the knees up again. And we'll let the palms open wide, bring the soles of the feet to touch, and then let the knees drop wide left to right, coming into our reclined butterfly pose. And we'll be here for a few breaths. So you can leave the palms facing up, or you can bring them to the thighs and let them rest on the thighs, whichever feels most comfortable for you in this moment. Snuggling the shoulders up a little bit under the heart space, so we're opening up through the front of the shoulders, letting the shoulders roll down. Feeling slight opening through the chest. Noticing the natural curve of the low back as the sacrum, the tailbone, is firmly planted on the mat, and the low back has that little arch to it. And we'll bring our breath down to the abdomen, feeling the belly rise with the inhale, And fall with the exhale. Relaxing through the skin of the face, through the forehead. And then we'll bring our hands up to the jaw. And see if you can find that place right where the jaw connects. That joint right in front of your ear. And we'll massage a little bit into the jaw joint. So making little tiny circles with the first 2 fingers. Giving ourselves a little massage. Our jaw is one of our strongest muscles and also can get very tense. We'll give ourselves a little massage there. And then we'll reverse the circle. So whichever way you were circling, reverse it. We'll go the other direction. It's helping the jaw to relax a little. And then we'll open the mouth really wide. And keep it really wide as we massage and we circle. And then on an exhale, we'll sigh it out. And let the jaw relax. Then we'll bring the hands back down, resting along the sides. Draw the knees back up together. You can use your hands even to help press your knees back together. And then letting the hands drop open out to a T. I'll let the knees fall to the right. A little supine twist. Gently twisting. Letting the knees come to a comfortable place where they can relax. Breathing into the belly. We'll take a few breaths here. As we breathe, maybe you can let the knees drop a little bit more. Let the right knee come all the way down to the ground and relax. Feeling the breath all the way down into the belly. And then slowly begin to draw the knees back to center. Lift the hips up slightly. Reset the spine. We'll take a breath here. Noticing how one side feels and the other side feels. Feeling into the hips, into the low back. And then on an exhale, we'll drop the knees over towards the left. Coming into a really easy, gentle twist. Not trying to crank into the deepest twist here. I'm just allowing the knees to drop where they will. Let's see if we can let the left knee come all the way down. And then just let that right knee hover where it will. And maybe you shift the hips a little to the side to make it easier to drop the knees into position. Letting the palms be open and relaxed. Relaxing through the skin of the forehead, between the eyebrows. Noticing how the jaw feels now. And relaxing through the shoulders. Breathing all the way down into the belly. We'll take another breath on this side. And then we'll glide the knees back up to center. Lift the hips again. Reset the back. Lining up the spine. And then we'll let the feet come out long in front of us, setting up for our resting pose, our Savasana. Let the hands come comfortably to the side, palms up, feet flopping out to the side. Take any last movements here, any last wiggles and jiggles to get comfortable so you can find yourself into a comfortable resting pose. Snuggling the shoulders up a little bit under the heart space. Finding a place where your hips can relax, where your head can relax. Notice where your head wants to go. And allow it to be heavy. And notice any sensations that are coming up here in the body. Observing any places that may have a little twitch, a little pulsating. And then we'll allow for some warmth. Imagine yourself covered in a cozy blanket. Allow yourself to feel the warmth, the heaviness. Feel the blanket warming up your toes. Allowing the warmth to spread through your legs and your hips. Feeling the warmth traveling to your hands. And into your arms. Like you're laying next to a fireplace. Hear the crackling of the fire. Feeling the warmth on your skin. Feeling the warmth through your chest. And on your face. And then coming back to the breath. Noticing the warmth of your exhale under your nose. Keeping your attention on your breath. As you notice if your thoughts begin to wander, gently guide them back to the breath and the body. Feeling back into that warmth and coziness of the fireplace and your blanket. Feeling the warmth of your breath. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. You can keep your eyes closed as you begin to gently bring movement back to your fingers and toes. Moving really slowly as you wiggle the feet and the hands. Gently rocking the head side to side. As you're ready, draw the knees up one by one. And slowly shift onto one side. Coming into a fetal position for just a moment. As we prepare to transition to the rest of the day, remembering that we can come back to this place of warmth and coziness and well-being by anchoring ourselves into the breath. As you're ready, gently press yourself up to seated. Coming to an easy seated pose. One leg in front of the other. And we'll take a moment here to maybe just wiggle and jiggle a little and notice how you feel.